On this side right here, we've got a 2-minute pizza, and this is what it looks like. 2 minutes on the clock, so that is how long we've got to prepare this first pizza. And let me just tell you, this is going to be extremely difficult because the cooking time for this pizza is 1 minute and 20 seconds, which means it leaves us with 40 seconds to prepare the whole thing. Like, how is this going to be enough? I've got no idea, but I'm just gonna press 2 minutes on the clock, 10 extra seconds for mental preparation. 3, 2, 1. Holy schnitzel. Okay, so I started with the dry ingredients. I've got the recipe in front of me. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it goes the flour, baking soda, spices, salt, baking powder, and then olive oil. Holy schnitzel, that's been 40 seconds already. So good. Oh, freaking hell. Alright. Oh my god, how? Okay, so I'm gonna transfer it to this container. We should be cooking already. Oh my god. Alright, that's fine. It's a little bit dirty, but it's okay. Okay, we need some marinara sauce. Okay. Some cheese. And the pepperoni. Okay, that's should be cooking already. Okay, so 1 minute and 20 seconds. Or basically as long as we've got. Alright. So it will cook for around 1 minute and 5 seconds, which means I did this whole thing in like 55 seconds. As soon as the clock stops, I'm just gonna press stop because even though we should cook for 1 minute 20 seconds, we don't really have all that time. I'm scared of what's gonna happen when we open the microwave. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and okay. We literally took every second that we had to cook this. Who am I joking here? We have to face this. We have to look at it. Oh my god, that looks... Oh, that looks raw. And there's this like weird, like yeasty water going on top. I sort of want to show you a close-up, but this is like really, really hot. Like, I'm pretty sure this is not what they intended with the recipe because this does not look appetizing. But I mean, it is a 2-minute pizza, including like making the dough and everything, because I didn't want to cheat and use a pre-made dough because otherwise this video would just not make any sense. And just like we did last time, I'm thinking of doing a blindfold test. So we're gonna try this one, the 20 minutes and the 2-hour all at the same time. Is it the pizza that we wanted? No. Is it the pizza that we deserved? Probably. So let's move on to the 20-minute pizza and just hope that things go a lot differently. Here we've got all the ingredients for our 20-minute pizza. Also 20 minutes on the clock. This is supposed to cook for 10 minutes and then 5 extra minutes, so a total of 15 minutes cooking. 20 minutes on the clock, I mean, you can do the maths. Like, it basically means that we've got 5 minutes from beginning to end to combine the yeast, to like do the cheese, do the tomato sauce, the pepperoni. The whole thing has to be done in less than 5 minutes, and this is a lot more complicated than the microwave one. So wow, I'm looking at the recipe just to make sure I know what I'm doing, but 10 seconds extra. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the first thing the recipe tells me to do is we need some warm water, and this one is kind of warm but not really. So I'm gonna warm up the water in the microwave for a little bit, and then it basically says that we need 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and I guess all of this should be added at the same time, just on like directly on the pan. Okay, this is probably warm by now. Half a teaspoon of salt. Oh my god, we have 5 minutes to this whole thing. 2/3 of a cup of flour. Oh my god, this should not be part of it. Okay, so this is 1/3. Half a teaspoon of yeast. So half a teaspoon, that's a lot of yeast. Jesus. Okay, nice and warm to activate the yeast. Stir with a spatula and then smooth out. So this is so weird to use a spatula for this. Also, this is not even a non-stick pan. So I'm gonna have to add loads of olive oil. We've only got 2 minutes and a half to do the whole thing. My pan is not non-stick, so I'm gonna have to... I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I'm gonna have to transfer this out. Why does this stuff always look so much easier in like all those tasty videos? Okay, so I'm gonna have to wash this really quickly. No, I'm all wet. Okay, we got no time for dish soap, nothing. We just got time. Oh my god, we've got 1 minute and 38 seconds to do the whole thing. Because I don't have a non-stick pan, I had to sort of improvise, okay? Otherwise this is all going to stick, so I'm gonna spread some olive oil and hope that this will stop it from like sticking. Maybe a little bit more. So now we're going to pour our dough. Okay, so now we spread out with a spatula. I guess that's why they tell you to use a spatula for this. This is still going to stick to it. I don't know how this is supposed to work. This is as good as it gets. It's going to be a very irregular pizza. Okay, so spread half a cup of marinara sauce. We don't really have time to like measure this. So this is going to be our half a cup. We're just gonna use some shredded mozzarella, not fresh. We're gonna save that for the 2-hour bougie recipe. Okay, so the cheese goes on top. It just says to place the pepperoni now. So 1, 2. Don't know how many I should do. Let's do 2 more. Oh my god. I'm like sweating. So over medium heat, we have to cook this for 10 minutes now while it's still covered. And basically, once it's been 10 minutes, you uncover and cook for 5 more minutes. So it's a total of 15 minutes cooking when we've got 13 left. And that is basically it. So we're just gonna go and cook this. Okay. Ugh. I might not do medium heat because I mean, like, let's keep it real. We don't have that kind of time. So let's do it a little higher than it calls for. Why am I so stressed? Why is this the most stressful thing I've ever done? I guess we wait for the next 10 minutes and then I will check in with you guys. And I think the last step is to add some sprinkles of chili flakes and basil. I don't even know if I've got any, but... So we've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. So we shouldn't cover that in the last 5 minutes. So I haven't seen what it looks like yet. Oh my god, please be cooked. Why does it look kind of good? It looks like a giant Lunchable. So while the pizza is finishing cooking, I'm gonna prepare the basil and the chili flakes. So the chili flakes, you know, we just gotta open the container. We're gonna wash it because this is like an actual plant. So, okay, oh my god, I'm gonna run out of time. Okay, so this is in water. 40 seconds, okay, how am I gonna do this? I need a surface. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna fail at this. Okay, so 29 seconds. It doesn't look fully cooked, but it's fine. So we're gonna sprinkle with some chili flakes. Let me try to give you guys a close-up. It doesn't smell burnt. Oh my god, 10 seconds, okay. Me squeezing out the basil. So we're gonna add the basil on top. Okay, 8 seconds. Jesus. Okay. Done. So this is our 20-minute pizza. It doesn't feel like pizza dough, but I mean 20 minutes from scratch. That's not terrible, right? The cheese melted, the pepperoni. It's kind of crispy actually. So this is not gonna come off. So I'm gonna at least try to get a slice. I just spent the last 10 minutes getting this out of the skillet, which was incredibly difficult. But actually, honestly, for 20 minutes, that's pretty good, right? Like, that's honestly not bad. It broke a little bit around the edges, but I think the bottom of it is crispy and everything. I'm gonna obviously give you guys a better look in a second, but this is kind of what the bottom looks like. It's not burnt or anything. We're gonna move on to the 2-hour one, and then we can compare the whole thing, which is gonna be the highlight of this video. Finally, here we go for the 2-hour pizza recipe. So we've got 2 hours and 10 minutes on the clock. It might seem like a lot, but I learned last time in the last video of this series that it wasn't enough time. So I'm just gonna press start and I'm gonna go straight into it. So we've got the usual 10 seconds of preparation. So the first step of the recipe is that you need to whisk yeast into warm water. So this is around 1 cup of water, which I think is the right amount. So it seems like the same kind of ingredients as before, but this is a whole lot different and you will see. So we need to warm this up. It is definitely warm, but I don't think it's too hot because I read on the recipe that if it's too hot, it might kill the yeast. So we need to add 2.5 teaspoons of yeast. That's like a lot. This is gonna like rise higher than my issues. Okay. We will also need a pinch of sugar. So there you go. Is that a pinch? So already a lot different because in the 2 recipes that we followed before, we basically just put this together with the flour. But in this one, it actually says to wait for 10 minutes. So do you see how time is already like going too fast? Do we need to whisk for 10 minutes or? It's been just over 10 minutes and honestly, I'm not too happy with this because maybe we kill the yeast because it's so liquidy. It's not really foamy like the recipe says it should be. But I mean, we don't have time to redo this. So for this next step, we're gonna use some bread flour. I didn't even know that bread used a different kind of flour, so am I really qualified to make this recipe? No. I honestly never knew what this was for. I guess it's for like bread. Is this attached? I think so. Okay, so we're gonna need 3.5 cups of bread flour. It looks exactly like regular. Wait, this is not gonna work like that. That is a lot of flour. Like a lot. Okay, so we're gonna add some salt as well. And finally, the mixture that we've been preparing for 10 minutes, and literally, I just know that it failed. Look, that's way too liquidy, and the yeast sort of stayed in the bottom, which I'm guessing is not a good thing. It's gonna be fascinating to use this attachment, because I've never done it before. Okay, right. Are you kidding me? I don't know what to do. Do you think this will be safe? Whatever, I'm just gonna give it a try. It's not like, I think it needs oil or something, so. Oh my god! It's out of control. Oh my god. Okay, so it's been around 5 minutes, maybe even a little bit more. I mean, considering. Oh my god, it's warm. So the next step is says knead in a floured surface for 3 more minutes by hand until it forms a ball. I mean, it's kind of already formed a ball. It's so sticky and there's so much of it. It's been half an hour. I am literally sweating. So it says to knead the dough for 3 more minutes. I don't really know how to knead the dough. Honestly though, that looks kind of legit. Okay, so we're gonna form a ball with this. Because this is kind of what they want us to do. I feel like an Italian grandma or something. Like this is like really, really professional. Okay, so we're gonna oil the bowl all around it. So I guess we just, what we don't want is for this to stick, I think, to create like a crust around it. So let's be even a little more generous even. Coat it really well. So we're gonna cover this with some plastic wrap. I think we actually have to block like oxygen or something. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Leave for 1 hour. So that means if we actually leave it for 1 hour, we'll have 30 minutes left. Do you see when I say the time goes really fast, like I mean it? So I'm gonna basically leave it inside the oven. In a saucepan, combine 1/4 cup of olive oil and 2 cloves of garlic over low heat. So this is basically making a garlic oil, which I guess is gonna be like the main flavor of this. This is like a bougie recipe. Like nobody in their right mind would ever make a garlic oil. Oh my god, I hate using garlic. We've got the garlic, so now we need 1/4 of a cup of olive oil, and that is around 1/4 of a cup. That doesn't seem like a lot. Maybe I'm gonna like do a little bit more, just because I just want to have enough that if I mess up, like we have a backup. The key for this next step is basically cook this for only like a few minutes over low heat, but then once it starts to smell a lot like garlic, you switch it off and you still let it sit for 30 minutes just to really infuse the garlic flavor into the oil. Alright guys, so I'm not gonna lie, it took a little bit longer than expected for the garlic scent to really come through, but now it smells so good. It smells so garlic in my house. Oh my god. I don't have that much. I can't really spill this. Okay. So the recipe is asking for this to sit for 30 minutes, but we don't have that kind of time. So I'm just gonna set it aside for maybe 20 minutes max. And we gotta move on to making the pizza sauce from scratch now. For this next step, we are going to make the pizza sauce, which is basically cooking and then blending some tomato, some passata, salt, pepper, basil, onion, garlic, and basically that is the marinara sauce. Okay, I know this is a terrible job, guys, but listen, this is gonna be blended. So it doesn't even matter how... I just don't have time, honestly. It comes down to timing. Traditionally, pizza sauce needs to cook for like hours and hours, but we don't have that much time, so we're just gonna cook it for maybe like 20-15 minutes maybe. Depends on how much we've got left to do. And this is some classic Italian passata. I think I'm gonna cook it all at the same time. I don't think you're supposed to, but I mean, I'm honestly really running low on time. The bottom of the pan, it's still got some of that garlic oil that we made. It smells really good, so I'm just gonna use that. A little bit of salt. So we're gonna cook this at a medium heat for as long as we can, because traditionally this should cook for like 2 hours, but 44 minutes, guys, I feel like I can't wait any longer. So I think we're just gonna use the sauce as it is. Like, as you can hear, listen to this. It's like been bubbling up for like a good, I don't even know how long. So I'm gonna try to spoon this into like a food processor. That's even how you call it. Okay, the tomato is so soft that honestly it's just the skins now. So, you know, it's not ideal. Oh no. I've already washed the basil, so we're gonna add that. So the reason why we're adding it fresh is so that it gets like more flavor, I guess. 41 minutes. Holy schnitzel. Alright. So hopefully this is not gonna be too liquidy. Oh! Why is it like... What's happening? What is going on? This is crazy. Okay, we don't have time for this. I don't have time for this, but also I really want to taste it. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is like the best soup, sauce, whatever this is, ever. This recipe actually uses a cast iron skillet, so I'm gonna use the same skillet that I used before because that's cast iron. But this time around it cooks inside the oven, so I'm expecting it to be a lot easier to remove. It's gonna be so hot when we get it out because it's metal and it's gonna be 260 degrees. So I'm not looking forward to that. Okay, so we can finally open the dough. We used way too much oil, by the way. Like, it's so wet. Look at that. It actually stretches out so easy. Like, are you kidding me? I'm like an Italian person, basically. Look at that. Like, we did that. Let me make sure the edges look good. We haven't forgotten about the garlic oil, so this is when it comes in. So basically, once that's ready, we are going to brush the top of the pizza with some garlic oil. It looks so hot, guys. Please pray for me. Oh my god. Oh, it's so hot. Maybe we should brush this with a little bit of oil. Look, it's like sizzling as I do it. This is gonna be so difficult. Okay. That's fine. I mean, it's not ideal. So we're gonna brush the sides with some of the garlic oil. It doesn't say anything about brushing the top, so I'm just gonna do the sides. So the next step is to cook it for 3 minutes until bubbles appear in the dough, and then we're gonna get it out. So 3 minutes at 260, that's quite a lot. So we've only got a few minutes to do all of this, so let me read the steps. It is a little bit chunky. It probably looks fine on camera, but I mean, it looks homemade. So I guess that's a good thing, right? The cheese for this pizza is so freaking weird. I mean, I don't really have time to show you. I can't remember the name of this, but it's basically like a hard smoked mozzarella. So we're gonna grate it ourselves. This time around, nothing from a package. This is a fontina cheese. Oh my god, that looks so good actually. I've never eaten any of these cheeses before, so I don't know what this is even going to taste like. It's already melting, which is kind of weird. So we also take some ricotta cheese, and the recipe says to add dollops of ricotta cheese. Like, what the hell is a dollop? Like, I don't want to ruin it. Oh my god, I've got like 2 minutes to finish this whole thing. Okay, so this is the ricotta cheese. Ouch, that's really hot. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the pepperoni. Ideally, I would have put it in at 30 minutes, so like 1 more minute than the recipe asks for, because I made it a little bit bigger. Okay, so the last step is to brush the sides of the pizza with the garlic oil. So honestly, I'm glad I actually made double, because we use a lot of this. Okay, we don't have time for this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. So 12 minutes and 40 seconds in the oven. Ideally, I would have wanted a good 13 minutes because my pizza is actually really big, but this is not bad. As you can see, we've got 1 minute left. So after 1 minute, I have to press stop and it has to stop cooking, and that's the whole thing. So what I'm gonna do really quickly is wash some basil just to add on top. And I'm gonna switch it off because I wanna add the basil really quickly. Oh my god, we've got 10 seconds. Oh my god. Just quickly. Look at that crust on the pepperoni. Look at that crust on the bread. This, look, ouch. To get the full look with this one, I feel like we should really slide it off. Oh my god. Things that we did. That. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't even know how to like show you how good this is. Look at the crispy edges. It seems solid. It seems like restaurant quality, like Gordon Ramsay who. Here's the moment we've all been waiting for. I'm about to reveal all the 3 pizzas that we made so we can see them side by side. So on this side right here, we've got a 2-minute pizza, and this is what it looks like. Then in the middle, we've got the 20-minute pizza, and it honestly doesn't look that bad. Obviously, it's been sitting here for a little while, so it's a little dry. I think this will be my favorite one, but we will see when we test it. This is a 2-hour pizza. Like, literally, I've spent half of my life working on this, and this is what it looks like. Like, are you kidding me? Wow, it's honestly so freaking weird how these videos actually make sense, like how the 2-hour one looks so much better. Listen to that. This one barely has a crust. This one. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm not dying to dive into this because I've literally spent the last hours of my life working on this without tasting anything, so this will be really interesting. Before we do the blind test, I think we should cut into it. I have no idea how I'm going to cut a slice out of this one. Maybe like if we cut the sides. Can you even call this a pizza slice? Honestly, it kind of looks like a miniature pizza. So that is our 2-minute pizza. Hopefully this one will be a lot nicer. I mean, it's not difficult. So, oh, the pepperoni didn't really stick to the pizza. Did you see that? So this is the slice of the 20-minute one. And last but definitely not least, the 2-hour one. I hope this is crunchy when we cut into it. Oh my god. Domino's is gonna go out of business if I start a pizza restaurant. Like, look at that. It's like perfectly cooked all the way. Like, it's like shine. Oh, shoot. Honestly, that's pretty good. That's good color. The green one will be the 2-minute, the blue one will be 20 minutes, and the orange or red one will be the 2-hour pizza. So I won't look at it. I've got my eyes closed on top of the blindfold because I really don't want to see, because like this is like the most fun part of this video for me. So let's go with the first one. Okay. It's greasy, like it's really greasy. I don't think this is a microwave one. It's very spicy, like way spicier than, I don't remember putting that much like pepper or whatever it was in any of the pizzas. So let's go for the second one. Oh my god, this one, it's got no cheese. Where's the cheese? It was almost as if there was no cheese in it. Like did the cheese fall off or something? No, that was pepperoni. So this is the last one. Oh, oh my god. A lot of sauce. Wow. It's really weird because I don't think we put any vegetables in any of them, but this one tastes like, it tastes like cooked vegetables. So, I think I like this one the best, so I'm gonna sort this out from my favorite to my least favorite. So, I think this is my favorite one, the last one that I tried. Then I think my second favorite was the second one. And then the first one that I tried in last, because it was really greasy and very, very spicy, like almost too spicy. So in first place, I picked the 2-hour one, which this is exactly the same thing I did last time. So that was the orange one. But in second place, this time around, I picked the microwave 2-minute pizza over the 20-minute. Well, honestly, that one tasted really greasy, like it was not my favorite flavor of pizza. This one didn't have cheese, but the overall flavor was slightly better, even though it was doughy. I honestly prefer the flavor of that one to this one. Wow, what another great episode of this series, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I mean, if you did, please don't forget to give this video a like if you want to watch another one. I had a really good idea for the next one, but I don't want to give it away because I always prefer when you guys are surprised. But if you want to watch it, please give the video a like, and also don't forget to subscribe and switch my notifications on. I always say this, but those of you who press the subscribe button and the notification bell, it actually helps me a lot, because if I make a part 3, like a third episode, YouTube will notify you that I've made it. Otherwise, it's really hard for me to tell you when I post a new video. So thank you to those of you who've got my notifications on. I love you guys. I hope you guys had a good time. And I am traveling to Los Angeles this week, so videos might be a little bit weird, but if you follow me on Instagram, I'll keep you updated. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.